Alright, hey, Samega here, and this is the video where we install the EBMX X-9000, alright? So, this controller was not designed to be installed on this bike, so we have to engineer it so it will fit on the bike, okay? And it's not going to be too hard. I already kind of looked at it, so we'll take a look at the bike, alright? This thing is big and it's heavy, alright, guys? The best place to put it is in the middle of the bike, alright guys? That's where you want all the weight to be, where the riding triangle is, alright? It keeps the weight centralized, alright? You don't want to hang the weights like in the front of the bike or the rear of the bike, because it upsets the balance of the bike, alright? It upsets the center of balance, alright? So yeah, I've decided we're gonna install it in the middle of the bike. And that's kind of how they designed these controllers to be installed, okay? And we're kind of limited by where the phase wires go, okay? Because it needs to reach the controller, right? Alright, so this is that video where we're going to finally install this bad boy, alright? In the last video, we stripped the bike down, we took the old controller off, alright? And then now we're going to try to install this guy, alright? This is where the big, where you got to put your thinking cap on, alright? Time to engineer, alright? Alright. Okay guys, so this is where we're working here, guys. So why would we install it here? Well, because that's where the controller, the previous owner of the bike installed the controller, and this actually fits pretty good here. So you see all these the terminals for the phase wires and the DC fit perfectly in the subframe. All right, for once, something fits properly in here. All right, I couldn't fit the Sauron battery in here. All right, guys, but I can fit it. I can fit the controller here, and it fits perfectly. All right, it's marvelous. Okay, so the only thing is we can't have it go past the subframe, right? Because this obviously the seat has to go there. Right, we need something to sit on. So everything has to be underneath the subframe. As you can see, the snorkel is preventing it from going underneath the subframe, right? So we're going to have to take this airbox out, and we're going to have to hack it up, all right? So it's already been hacked up quite a bit, and we're going to have to hack it up even more. And also another thing is it's filthy, all right, guys? I don't know why he didn't take this out and clean it, all right? So yeah, you can see it fits in there pretty good. It fits perfectly, all right? We're going to have to make some kind of brackets. I don't want it to just sit in there like the other controller did, where it can just hop around and bounce around and the wires were getting cut and everything. Yeah, I don't want anything like that going on. We're going to properly install this controller, alright guys? It's going to be properly mounted to the bike, alright? Meaning that like it's not going to move, alright? Alright. Okay, yeah, so I've already decided to put it here. Another place that we could have installed it is on the other side of the frame here. Alright, so on the other side right here in the back, but right here. There's I think right here is a radiator reservoir, all right, and then the other side there's a radiator, and the controller is roughly the same size as the radiator. All right, that would be a good place to put it to get airflow. However, you're going to be hanging a lot of weight off of one side of the bike, and you're not going to have anything on the other side, so it'll make the bike kind of unbalanced, okay, laterally, left and right. So we don't want that. I feel like the airbox is the best place to put it because it's the most centralized part of the bike, okay? So yeah, you'll have the controller here, and then you'll have the battery right here. Alright, so it's kind of high up. I see some people install the controller like right behind the shock right here, alright, or here. You could just take the airbox out and mount it here somewhere, alright, but we want the airbox, guys. You want the airbox because it acts as like a fender, alright? So it acts as a splash guard, so it keeps all this back here from getting dirty, alright? It protects the shock also from debris and stuff. So yeah. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the airbox out, alright? So you can see here, let's take a look at this, this is the battery box, alright? So we went from a battery like this big to a battery like that big. Okay, guys, that big, right? It's like we put a car battery in our motorcycle, basically, is what that is, all right? But yeah, we're free to cut all of this. I don't need any of that. Also, interesting thing about this airbox is they designed it in half. This part bolts onto this part. All right, it's like there's a half part. There's a part that the battery is sitting in, right, and then there's the part that the airbox is in, all right, and then we've got the snorkel right here. All right, we don't. The good thing about electric is that we don't need an intake. All right, so all this stuff, all this room here, we can use it, you know, to put the controller. Right. Yeah, basically, I think this is where the ECU was. So the ECU is here. So the controller is like the ECU of the whole dealie, all right? There's also a little window here, all right? Let me see, there's a little door. Let me move the bike. I'm trying to take this airbox out before the sun comes down, so, because I'm going to take it out and clean it first, okay, because it's filthy. Yes, it is filthy, look it in there. There's like leaves and stuff. All right, there's this thing, there's this bar here, we can take that out. I don't need that, I don't know what that's there for. So there is a like little, there's a tunnel here, all right. This is the intake manifold, all right. It goes to the, well, it's not the intake manifold, it's the intake. This is the intake hose that goes into the throttle body, all right. And it's held on by this here, okay, this clamp here. So, and I noted that it got cut in the last controller that was in here. It cut the battery wire, okay. So I may take that out. We'll see. Well, I kind of want to get rid of it, but it holds this in, and I kind of want this, all right. If anything, what we might do is open this up more, cut this right here, so we can have a bigger opening going out, all right. But this is also nice to have. Like it helps you route the wires, all right. Now we're gonna have some big battery wires, guys. We're gonna have 4-gauge wire coming through there. So, but the other stuff, all other stuff fit in here fine. So I think it'll be okay. We'll see. We can get rid of this. This is like a wire holder thing, all right. We don't need that because all the wires are gonna go this way, right? There's a sensor here I saw. Where is it? Oh, there's a sensor hiding somewhere here. Oh, right here. Yeah, there's a sensor right here. Let's take that off. All right, it's mounted on the subframe. I think that's like some kind of vacuum sensor or something. All right, or a vacuum switch. There's this. I don't know what this is for. We can take that off. We'll take stuff that we don't need off. We don't have the door on this anymore, so we can take this. So there's a little door here, an access panel, so you can get the air filter out. So we don't really need that. I'm surprised how strong this airbox is. It's really strong. They've hacked away a good amount of it, and it's still very hard plastic, man. So I'm impressed with the quality of the plastics on this airbox. It's very strong. I mean, we can cut all this here. Okay, so I think the first thing we're gonna do is we'll cut the snorkel off. I want to try to minimize the amount of cutting stuff, all right, but yeah, the snorkel has to go. I think you can just slide this. Yeah, I think this is just like riveted on or something. Yeah, this isn't even part of it. All right, anyway, when we take it out, we'll figure it out. We'll try taking it apart also. So you, like I said, you can split this part right here. All this will come off, but we kind of need it. So anyway, let's get it off, and then we'll take a better look at it. All right, I'm gonna get it off, and then I'm gonna clean it. All right. Okay, so before we do any more, take out the airbox. I'm gonna get rid of this sensor here. All right, we don't need that. There's nothing that. Oh, I see. It's actually part of the airbox. Oh, there's a resonator. It connects this resonator. Yeah, there's a resonator here. What the freak? Where does this go? Anyway, we'll take that off. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, so I've got an extra bolt and this sensor here. Maybe I can sell this sensor. I don't know if it's important or not, but it doesn't. We don't need that. Okay, and I got a bolt out of it. Some weight savings. All right, and then now there's this thing stuck to here. When we get it out, when we take the airbox out, we'll I don't even know how it's supposed to come out. we'll try to get this out of here. Okay, there's this little box here. It looks like it's like a silencer box or something. It gives, I don't know what it is. What does this do? It's not connected to anything. It's just a box. All right, it's cut open too. So man, you can see they cut the frame here too. The frame has been like scratched and stuff. You see all these scratches on the frame. Like they just took like a saw and just started, or like a grinder or something. Okay, so I think it's this bolt, and then it should, most of it should come off. There's another one. So it looks like I got to take this bolt out, this bolt out, this bolt out, and this bolt out. I think that's it. Okay, and then we'll try to take some stuff out of the box that we don't need. All right. Obviously, we don't need anything, but yeah, we do want this back part at least. Okay. All right. Does this come out of here, man? Okay, I'm gonna take this flap thing out too. Kind of gets in the way, so we'll definitely put it back, but let's get it out for now. Okay, this airbox is like in there. I'm not really sure how to take it out, guys. All right, I'm gonna try. So it looks like it might just come out the back right here. This part here, this part back here stays in there. I hate to say it, I think the subframe has to come out. I think the subframe has to come out, guys. Which is, it's not a big deal, I guess. There's really nothing in the back anyway, so. Yeah, let's take the subframe out, alright? Alright, so. I think if we take the subframe out, we can take it out the front. So I think the airbox will come out with the subframe. So that's what we should have done. We should have just taken the subframe out. All right, guys. The wire's already disconnected, so I think we'll be fine. Let's just take it out, and I can retorque it. Like I'm kind of sus on all the bolts that are on this bike. Okay, so the subframe looks like it's 4 bolts. All right. There's these 2 up, one here, and then on the other side there's another 2. So yeah, how am I gonna do this? It's going to flop back. I guess we'll do the top and then we'll let it fall back. Okay, wow, pretty beefy bolts. I think that is. It's got some kind of Loctite on it too. I'm going to get the other side here. Okay, that's weird. This one was easy to take out. The other one was not easy to take out. Okay, well, I'm going to just hold it up. Now there's only one bolt holding it in, guys. Alright, I'm going to hold it and then unbolt it. Okay. Oh, it's a little heavy. I got it. Okay, there we go. Alright, pretty simple. The whole tail came out. Okay, I'm going to put these bolts here so we don't lose them. Oh, there's there's really long ones and there's a really short one. The long one is on the top. I guess to remember that, okay? Okay, and there it is. I got the tail out. Okay, so hey, you know what? One good thing about this subframe on the WR250R is it's bolted onto the frame. All right, guys. If I had a bolted-on frame on my DR650, if I had a bolted-on subframe like my DR650, because the one on the DR650 is welded, then I would be able to just buy another one and just bolt it on. All right, but I can't do that, unfortunately. Okay, anyway, let's go try to figure out how to get this. I think it just comes out the front now, so should just, yeah, there we go. Okay, this fell out. Okay, and there we go. It's out. All right, and then there's the wiring and all that stuff. So we'll try to clean this stuff up, but it's pretty light. Yeah, it is pretty light subframe. It's pretty strong too. I've heard good things about the subframe on the WR250R. It's strong, all right. You want a strong subframe if you're adventure riding, so you can put a lot of luggages on the bike, all right, without it, getting all bent and stuff. I heard the DRZ has like an aluminum subframe and it's not strong at all. This one looks like it's made, I think it's made out of steel. Let's see. Only one way to find out, guys. It's made out of steel. There. Oh, there you go. Yep, it sticks to it. Yep. Yep, it's definitely made out of steel, guys. That thing is strong. Okay. It's pretty nice. The weld's not the strongest in my opinion, but I guess it'll work. They put a lot of bracing in it. It's kind of weird. It's crooked too. There's this thing right here to make this side stronger. I don't know why, because this side doesn't have that. Maybe it's to put something. I don't know, man. I have no idea what that's for. All right, but look at the bottom of it. So this is the tail light right here. All right, and this is the wiring for the tail light. All right. Yeah. Okay. So when we get the lighting, do the lighting and stuff, we're gonna have to mess around with that. But for now, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about getting the bike running. Okay. So there it is. Subframe is off, and then we got the airbox right over yonder. All right. We'll go. Okay. So there's the airbox. All right, guys. So there's the side with the battery. I don't really know what all used to be in here, man. It's a mystery to me. It's amazing how many components there are, where the electric bike hardly has any components. This gasoline bikes are so complicated. All right, so there's the snorkel here. This has definitely got to come out. All right, so we'll take that out. This came out of somewhere. All right, I think it goes in here. I'm not sure. All right, so this could be a little pass-through for if we need to get any wires outside. So that's nice. There's this box here. All right, I don't know what it's for because it doesn't go to anything. Looks like it goes to the front somewhere here. Maybe because this was cut right here. Anyway, we're going to take this off. I'll figure out how to take it off. we'll cut it off if we have to. All right, we can take this off. All right, but I kind of want it. All right, but the thing is, like, we have to find a way to make this not sharp. Okay, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could just put a bunch of tape on it. Let's just put a bunch of tape on it and it'll... Because I think this metal plate here, alright, the metal plate here, it holds this in here. And we kind of want this, alright, because it provides a conduit for the wires, okay? We can take this off. I don't know what this is. There used to be something mounted here. Okay, more free bolts to add to my collection. They're really nice, too. Okay, that's off. Okay, this is for the little flappy thing. All right, that's got to stay. All right, so we'll take this off. We can take this off. I just have to take the E-clip out. We don't need the door anymore. I mean, I guess it would be nice to have the door. So there's also so I think the way this works is there's a door here and it shuts like this, and then you're supposed to put the screw in here, and then that keeps it closed. But the door's not there anymore. Okay, the door's not there anymore. I'm not really concerned about it. This doesn't go into the engine, okay, guys? There's no more engine anymore, all right? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go wash this thing is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go hose it down and get all the leaves and stuff out of there. I'll probably shoot it with some power wash. Okay, I'll shoot it with some power wash and then the garden hose, and then get it all cleaned up, and then we'll go start working on it. All right. Yeah, there's even like a heat thingy here for the exhaust. I think the exhaust passes through here. Yeah, it's amazing how much extra shit that's on the bike to get it to run compared to the electric bike. It's super simple building an electric bike. only a few components, guys. All right, so I'm gonna clean this guy up, and then you guys will see it when it's clean. All right. Okay, it cleaned up pretty well with that power wash stuff. All right, it's nice and clean now, and then we just gotta let it dry. Okay, so I will just let it sit in my garage until it dries. All right, but yeah, it cleaned up really nicely, so good. So now we'll go let it dry, and then I'll get my work table ready so we can figure out how to install this controller. All right, here's me out.